Hello, hello, hello. It is time for Tell 'em Tuesday. All right, first of all, I know some of you may notice that I look a little different. Hint, hint. All right, so since the fall is here, I decided to darken my hair. Um, Basically, my hair still has some dimension to it because my highlights that were there are not as dark as the rest of my hair. So it still has some dimension in it, which I love how that turned out, how it's not as dark. So it's still like a little lighter brown than the rest of my hair. But I was just tired of the stark highlights. I was just sick of it. And then, like I said, with the fall, I think darker looks better. But I use this hair color, Tints of Nature. I got it from Whole Foods. It is permanent. I don't plan on highlighting my hair again. It's a lot of maintenance because anytime you get your color lifted in your hair, it's very damaging because you're lifting the color. It's not like you're just putting a color on top of your hair. Your hair, if your hair is naturally dark and you want it lighter, your hair has to be lifted so that the lighter color can adhere to it and it'll actually show up light. So that's a lot of strain on your hair, and you got to do a lot of deep conditioning, keeping it moisturized, all that. It's just a lot. So I did this. The color is 3N Natural Dark Brown. It is ammonia, resorcinol, and paraben free, and it has certified organic ingredients. That's why I got this instead of going with like a Clairol or something like that. So that's the hair talk. Now on to Real Housewives. Okay. First off, let me just get this on out of the way. Sheree and Dr. Tai. I'm gonna need that to be their last date. Okay. One, if you tell someone that you're cooking dinner for them, that's exactly what you need to do. You don't need to save them some of the work so when they get there, you're trying to throw them in the kitchen. No. Unless we discuss that this is a co-cooking effort, I'm going to need you to have the meal already done. And when I get there, it's just have a seat. Let's eat. Okay? That's all we need to do. Because for one, I don't know if he's testing her. Or two, I don't know if he's tacky. Because for the first date to invite her to dance in the hood, and then for the second date to invite her to his friend's apartment and cook a meal, and then when she gets there, ask her to help you, like, I don't know if this is some type of test to kind of try to see where her mind is at, or if he's just that clueless. Either way, it's a fail. So I'm hoping that this is the end of that, because I don't know if he's never watched the show, but he should know that Sheree is not some, bumlacluck that you can just manipulate and be cheesy and cheap with. Like, that's not even her style. So I don't know who is telling him that this is appropriate. But like I said, it may be a test. I'm hoping that that's the case, but even then, you're too old for that. Like, you can tell a person's character by just being yourself. You don't have to do all types of setups to see, okay, is she legit, or is she just trying to get my money? Whatever. Like, seriously, dude, stop it. All right, now on to Nene. She seemed a little more human this episode. Now, Peter was wrong. What he said was true, okay, but it was very messy for him to say that to her. Not only was it messy regarding his relationship, because Cynthia told him that in confidence. So, it's kind of like, all right, if you're in a relationship with someone, you should be able to talk to them about different stuff, different people, and not have to worry about them blabbing about it. That's kind of one of the good things about being in a relationship, is having someone that you can trust and confide in, whether it's your business or somebody else's business. Like, your partner should be able to keep their mouth shut. So I thought that was real messy. And two, it was just inappropriate for him to even go there with her. Men typically aren't messy, so I was kind of shocked about that. But for real though, Nene needs to cut the crap. How was she a stripper, but then she's a prude in the bedroom? Like, you're loud and crass, and then you're a prude? Like, seriously? I'm gonna need her to step her game up, because men are physical. Okay? Women, we're the ones who usually are emotional. There are a few men who are emotional, but I think generally men prefer to have their physical needs met. Like, they don't need you to sit down and have deep emotional discussions with them every 5 seconds, but they would like for you to, have some deep and meaningful physical relations. Like, they'll go for that. So, for her to be married, like, when you're married, that's supposed to be the last person you're with for the rest of your life. So that's not the time to pull out all the stops and flip off of chandeliers and do splits and use syrup and honey. I don't know what the best time is. Now, some of the stuff they were discussing, I'm kind of unsure about. Candy and Phaedra with the sugar down in the nether regions. That might be a bit much, especially since, the vaginal area is very sensitive. Putting all types of things down there can make you more prone to all types of infections. So I don't know, about all that, the pop rock candy. That may be doing a little bit too much, but as far as her being like, ew, I don't do that, or, as far as oral, and honey, your husband should be the man who gets the royal treatment. Anything that you've never done before, your husband should be the recipient. Like that, come on. That is the time to have fun, because it's like, dang, if you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, come on, you got to make it fun. So she needs to stop the madness. Apollo bringing that Gucci bag to the dinner. I'm sorry, but I am prone to believe that was staged, because this was not a party or an event for Phaedra. This was just a Mother's Day dinner where Cynthia invited her friends who are mothers or soon to be mothers to have dinner. This was Cynthia's event. If anyone should have presented a gift, it should have been Peter. But for Apollo to come late, then bringing a Gucci bag that he probably didn't pay for anyway, like, that was real tacky. And I was just like, Phaedra, I need her to stop being so condescending with her comments. Like, seriously, there is nothing wrong with living in an area that is going through regentrification. Like, for her to make that comment, like, this used to be the hood, and who cares? Like, a lot of times that's the best time to get in somewhere like that, because you can get a good price on the house, and then the area is turning around. So, in a couple years you can sell it, for way more than what you paid. Actually, it's very smart. So she needs to stop acting like she's just so above everyone, because it's getting old. Like, when the season first started, she was okay with me, but she's getting on my nerves now. Candy's mom. I'm glad she was at the dinner because I think that kind of opened the door for Nene to let her guard down. But I'm going to need you to get a divorce, boo. How was she separated since Candy was in the 6th grade? Okay. Candy's in her 30s now. When you're in 6th grade, you're around 11. So you've been separated for over 20 years. For one, there is no legal separation in Georgia. You're either married or you're divorced. There's no legal separation here. So basically, y'all just haven't been living together for over 20 years. If Candy was in the 11th grade, she could have found someone else, possibly had another child or children, had a family, to hold on to something non-existent for over 20 years. I mean, that's correct. Like, why? That's what I want to know. What is this man doing? Who is he that she would not get a divorce after this long? I was just kind of like, really? Kim. All right. I can't remember if it was last season or the very first season where Kim refused to accept the title of mistress. Okay. Which one? That's what she is. Okay. But last night on Candy's show, for her to say that because she isn't the one who's married, that she is not wrong or cheating, is ridiculous. I need her to come on into reality, okay, with the rest of us and realize that she is part of infidelity. Regardless of if you're the married party or not, if you're participating in an extramarital affair, you are a culprit. You are a cheater just as well as the spouse. Especially in the case where you know they're married. Her saying that his wife living in California and him being here, meaning that they're not together, is one of the most bogus pieces of crap she has ever said. Because I don't care if his wife lived in Timbuktu. If he's not legally divorced, they are married. Bottom freaking line. It doesn't matter where she lives or where he lives. If the ink on that divorce paper has not been signed, sealed, and delivered, he's married. And participating in a relationship with him, knowing that, it's not like he said that he was divorced and then she found out later that he lied about it. Even then, it should be, all right, once you find out, peace. But she knew that he was married. And it's like, well, I'm not the married one. Karma, boo. Karma is coming. And I'm tired of her being in denial about the whole infidelity thing. That's what it is. And that's what you're doing. You are a mistress. If you are with a married man, you are a mistress. Here's a book. It's open and shut. I mean, come on. So I'm over her. I'm over the denial. I'm over her thinking it's okay. I'm over her having him around her kids. I'm over them being aware of this relationship. And I'm over her parents approving of the relationship. And this man is married. Like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Evidently his wife is just so content with her lifestyle that she doesn't give a rat's ass and just turns a blind eye. Because I'm sorry, but Kim would be was his wife, Kim would not want to have gone down that road. I'm just gonna say it that way, because yeah. But that's it, you guys. So I will see you next time. Peace.